Hello and welcome back. I'm Kelly Dennis and we'll be talking about some anesthesia tips. But first I want to give props to my grandson, Kellen, who's my technical expertise, and a reminder to look into the camera. I will get better at this, I promise. And hopefully the information that I'm going to be sharing with you will help you get better as well. The first thing that I'm going to start with, because I'm going to have to do building blocks, but I'm really not sure in what order I'm going to do all this. So let's just start at the very beginning with where does the anesthesia information come from that insurance companies understand. The first one I'm going to show you, if you're a coder, you're familiar with the CPT or the current procedure terminology book. I typically get the professional edition because I don't have a clinical background, and I prefer books that help me understand a lot better the clinical aspect of it. Okay, so in the CPT book, I usually tab my anesthesia section because it is a very small section, and as I said, this is where many of your insurance companies get their knowledge about anesthesia. It's not very much, so you may have to enhance their knowledge with the tips you'll get from this channel. So your other resource outside of the CPT, which does have the same anesthesia codes, is the Relative Value Guide. Now this is published by the American Society of Anesthesiologists, and this is your go-to book for anesthesia coders. This is the one where we get our information that talks about what a base unit is and all of the things that we'll eventually be covering in this channel. These, if your physician is a member of the ASA, and they really should be, the ASA works hard to support the anesthesiologist in their membership, and honestly, even those that are not in their membership benefit from the physicians and non-physicians who are a member. I myself am now allowed to be a member because one of my doctors proctored me in to become a member of the ASA. Now, I'm not a physician, but it does entitle me to be able to support the ASA in the way that I have always felt that they should be supported, as well as order my books from them and have access to member-only content. Now, the ASA is incredibly generous with the information that they allow anyone to have from their website. So if you're looking to support, for example, the difference between moderate sedation and monitored anesthesia care, you could go to asahq.org and be able to pull that information, whether you're a member or not, and provide that to an insurance company who might not have the understanding that you're going to have. So I want to keep these videos nice and short and sweet. If you have any questions, you can feel free to shoot them to me through my email address. I do have a hyperlink to my website as well. So contact me through there if you have any suggestions or areas where you need additional information. As I said, I'd like to keep these short and sweet. So for today, we're just talking about where your anesthesia codes come from. The insurance company understands the CPT, but not so much the Relative Value Guide ones. And just to remind everybody, you should be kind to one another and generous with your knowledge. Thank you, and we'll see you again.